What is going on, everyone? Hope you are doing well. Wilbur5 coming back at you with another video, actually in a different type of video, one that I haven't really kind of done before. This is a PSA reveal. Starting probably about the middle of February, I began selling cards on my eBay store. That link will be in the description below. And I have been submitting cards for grading and have gone through the process and have tried to essentially downsize my collection while putting money towards cards that I'm kind of further invested in. To date, in about 60 days, I've had about $2,700 in sales. And right now I have a 44 card PSA submission that I'd like to be able to show off. All these cards you can find within my eBay store. So let's jump into this and showcase what we have back. So this was a part of the Modern Special. This kind of sat at about 6 weeks return. We have 44 cards to showcase here, and gonna just jump right in. First card that we have is this Mookie Betts 2022 Prism Lava Flow. Really nice looking card of a perennial all-star. Someone who's just been super hot this year. Really glad to have this in the PSA 10. I do love the Prism inserts. I think they're really underrated, especially with an unlicensed product. Next, we have back this Tristan Casas Topps Chrome Update Sapphire Gold out of 50. And of course, this is that rookie debut shot. I do enjoy the look of that card. Unfortunately, that came back in a PSA 9. From what I've seen, I think I've seen 2 or 3 other cards listed on eBay. But of course, those are in kind of 9s as well. Sneaky card that we have here. So this is the 2016 Topps Chrome David Ortiz Sapphire Edition. So my understanding is this is a first year Sapphire. So they only made 250 sets. So what you're going to notice is that first it has that kind of beautiful design that we're used to seeing in the blue. It's not numbered, but this again was the first year Sapphire, and they only had 250 sets produced. So again, just a beautiful card. And this is an example of a card that you can have in your collection that you love and kind of don't recognize the value here. I think I've seen 2 others listed on eBay. I do have this listed, but it would pain me to see this card go. Love the shot, love the Sapphire, and of course, David Ortiz, last Topps Chrome card. Next, I've actually picked up... in one of my other PSA orders, I had this back in a PSA 10 in the gold. But this is the 2022 Topps Chrome Sonic 96 Youthquake Orange. So, of course, the Youthquake design here is from that 1996 design. Really famous in basketball. So cool to kind of have this back. Card is super sharp. I expected this card wasn't going to 10. There is a indent right there. But just what a good looking card. I do have the green that I have ordered off eBay that I'm going to submit for grading as well. But a great card back for Juan Soto, who has had a phenomenal start to his Yankee career. A set that I have been picking up a lot of lately is this Topps Chrome Sapphire, Logo Fractor edition. One of my favorite parallels is actually the yellow. So as you can see, this is a Freddie Freeman in yellow. I want to say I got this card for about $10. But the yellow displays really nicely. I almost think it looks better than the gold. And it works so well with some of the colors that I have of just some teams. Also the fact that this is numbered below 100. So again, Freddie Freeman, Topps Chrome Logo Fractor Edition, yellow. Next one that we have back, let's keep the Logo Fractor going. This is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Have this in a PSA 9. One of the things that you can find with these cards is you'll see sometimes some really faint print lines. I think this one does have some print lines, but you have to catch it in the right light. But again, just a super cool card. This is a card on eBay where the pictures really don't do the cards justice, but this is kind of a showstopper at a show by getting the right light under it with the MLB logos in the background. Super sharp looking cards. Again, just a huge fan of this kind of that set. Of course, just kind of jumping all over the place. Next one I have back is probably one that I shouldn't have submitted, but really a card I think is going to be hanging out in the PC. So Garrett Cole, this is a Topps Chrome pitching rookie card. Came back in a PSA 9. Of course, kind of some cards actually in pretty good shape. Do love the design of Topps Chrome from this year. And of course, Garrett Cole, one of the best pitchers in the game. So cool card to have. Another example of why it's important to kind of keep your cards clean. Having a chance to go back years later and still be able to get a PSA 9 or PSA 10 speaks volumes for the importance of taking care of your cards. Next, kind of jumping around a bit. Have this 2021 Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition Orange. Of course, the orange is numbered out of 25. You can find some of these league leader cards for really good prices, especially if you can get them in the parallels. So this one's cool because, of course, this is the home run leaders. We have Fernando Tatis Jr., Adam Duvall, and Pete Alonso. So again, cool, inexpensive card. I want to say I got this card for like $10, and then to grade it for like 16. Cool card to have. Have not put this one on the eBay store yet, but again, super cool card. Love the look of that card. Really pleased about this one. I'm a big fan of Topps Chrome Cosmic, or Topps Cosmic Chrome for that matter. And this is the Star Clusters card with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. Card presents incredibly nice. Love that refractor background and finish. You do have to be a little bit careful. You can find often print lines on these cards. I think I bought like 4 or 5 of these. I really only submitted this one because the others had some pretty intense kind of print lines on the back. But please get this one back in a 10. I don't think this one's on the store yet, but I think it's because as a collector, I don't want to sell it. I have struggled personally with selling cards and also being a fan of cards at the same time. It's a hard line to walk. Next, we have this 2021 Bowman Megabox Blaze Jordan. Of course, he was all the rage in 21 Bowman. Currently with the Portland Sea Dogs up here in my home state of Maine. Love the look of the Megabox refractors. Next, pleased to get this back. This is my 2021 Juan Soto Spark Signature Hollow. Love the look of this card. Of course, unlicensed. Definitely paid quite a bit for this card back in the height of everything. I want to say way overspent. Even with grading, I could definitely wouldn't be getting my money back, I don't think. But 3 out of 25. This would be a card I would not be too upset if I hung on to this one. Again, just super sharp looking card. I would expect that Juan Soto is going to stay with the Yankees. I think they're going to pay up because he's really transformed that lineup. Next, a really cool card. This is the 2019 Topps Chrome Mookie Betts Lifting Medicine Ball Refractor. There was a refractor-based set that was based off of like working out and a number of different players. Of course, you have this cool one of Mookie Betts. This did come back in a PSA 9. But again, beautiful card, wonderful finish. What a ball player, making that transition over to shortstop. Unbelievable. Next, from your Boston Red Sox, Brian Bayo. So this is Topps Chrome Green Refractor out of 99. Card looks incredibly sharp. Green refractors don't get the love that other refractors do, and I think it kind of works well if you're a Red Sox fan when it comes to green. They get the Green Monster. But really cool card to get back of kind of a frontline starter who's helping to lead one of baseball's best rotations. I did not expect I'd be saying that heading into this season. That is for sure. Next, have Ceddanne Rafaela. Really nice looking Bowman Megabox Purple Refractor. Has that Mojo design out of 250. What I found as we start getting into all the Bowman Megabox refractors, you can find that you can get a lot of cool Bowman first parallels at a pretty good price just because of how many different parallels there are. But excited to get this one back of a kind of a Red Sox player for years to come. Next, let's just keep that train rolling. We have this PSA 10 in the Bowman Sapphire, Ceddanne Rafaela. So again, just really nice looking card. I think there's such a high pop on this. I think this card sells for like 40, 45, 50. You see that those price of the Bowman Sapphires are decreasing from years past, I think just based off of print run alone. Next, have an unlicensed card. We have this Yordan Alvarez from 21 Mosaic, the White Sparkle. Again, I believe the print run on the White Sparkle is about 20 to 25 cards, but really went into this year picking up a lot of Yordan Alvarez, just thinking he was going to have a great year. He's had a pretty good year. The Astros, on the other hand, have not. Bryce Harper continues to sell incredibly well. He is trying to come back from a really rough start to the year. But I have this 2012 Panini Prism Bryce Harper rookie card. Just again, nice card to get of Bryce Harper. This card typically sells for around $90. Again, just another card. I wouldn't hate to hang on to this one. Really think that Bryce Harper is just going to continue to be a perennial all-star for years to come. Next, continuing with my PC of Jeremy Pena, we have this 2022 Topps Chrome Update X-Fractor. There are not a lot of these cards that I've seen out there in the wild. This did receive a PSA 9. And these X-Fractors are numbered out of 99. So again, cool card to hang on to for the PC. Just really glad to get this one back. Next, jumping back into Topps Chrome Logo Fractor, we have this Brett Beatty Topps Chrome Logo Fractor, yellow out of 75. He has actually had a really nice kind of bounce back year. I think he's a little bit injured right now, day to day. But he has done fairly well compared to how he closed things out last year. So again, card looks super sharp. I love the look of this card with certain teams. I think it works really well with the New York Mets. And again, cool to get a colored refractor under $100 of kind of a top rookie from that year's product for a pretty good price. So again, pleased to get this card back. Next, we have the Topps Chrome Logo Fractor Blue of Brian Bayo. Again, can't say enough about how much I like the Logo Fractors. Cards have graded incredibly well and have been incredibly clean. So again, just cool card to be able to get back. Next, a card that has been hanging out in my collection for a long time. Just a Buster Posey 2010 Topps rookie card. One of those cards that I think I had the factory set or something of the sort and had the card in a binder. Kept the card in pretty good shape. Good enough shape to be able to get that PSA 10. So again, cool card to get back. Next, a card that I have. This is my second time grading this card, but my first time receiving it in a PSA 10. This is the Juan Soto Ultraviolet All-Stars card. So again, looks super sharp. These cards were really tough because often you would see the edges would be where you would see a lot of wear. So even if you had a card that you felt was pretty centered, that's where things would go awry. But again, you get this card and you put it on eBay and it looks nice, but then you see it in person and it's different. So again, this is a cool card to get back. Kind of one of the top players in the game right now. Next, a swing and a miss, but I have this Grayson Rodriguez Topps Chrome Aqua Blue Lava Lamp. Have this in a PSA 9. I was on a kick thinking that he was going to find himself in that Cy Young conversation. And this is numbered out of 175 and a PSA 9, probably losing money. But again, a card that I wouldn't hate to hang on to. Got it for pretty cheap, and cost of grading's pretty cheap. Just love the look of it too. So again, awesome card to add to the collection. Next, jumping back into my love of Topps Chrome Logo Fractor, we have the Jeremy Pena yellow. Looks really good, especially with that rookie cup. And I love the image that they use for Jeremy Pena here. Again, just looks super sharp. As a Jeremy Pena fan, really pleased to get this back. Next, one of the top Red Sox prospects who got injured last year, still recovering from a back injury. This is Mikey Romero. I have been trying to pick up some blue refractors of the Bowman First. I do have one of Ceddanne Rafaela that I was able to get, and was able to get that in a PSA 10. Got this for pretty cheap. Interested to see how he does returning into the minor league system, seeing what he can produce for the lower level minor league affiliates. Next, Mike Trout's one of his lesser known rookie cards, 2012 Topps Heritage. People consider this his Topps Heritage rookie. It's his first Topps Heritage card. Have this in a PSA 9. I think because if you look down here, there's some whitening on some of the corners. But again, cool card. This card is really reasonable in a 9. So if you have ever wanted to pick up a Mike Trout rookie card, then this is one you could grab and wouldn't feel too bad about the price. Next, I'm on a huge kick with case hits as well. So one of the case hits I've been a big fan of is the Stars and Stripes case hit from 2020 Donruss Optic. Now this is a card that I think is pretty sneaky. So Yordan Alvarez, this is his rookie year card, or is as close to it as you can get. Looks really, really sharp for the Donruss Optic, and just a beautiful card. The cards also grade incredibly well. You're going to see a slew of these that I got at pretty good prices. And I think all but one came back at PSA 10. So this is a set that I'm trying to load up for a June card show that's taking place near my neck of the woods. So I think cool cards to display and cool cards to hang on to. So PSA 10 here of Yordan Alvarez. You know, like one, why not go for two? So 2, Yordan Alvarez, and the Stars and Stripe case hit from 2020 Donruss Optic. Next, a card that's been part of the personal collection for a long time. The Xander Bogaerts 2014 Panini Prism Blue Mojo Prism. Again, unlicensed, but just super cool looking card. Love it. And this is numbered out of 75. Next, have this Juan Soto I've been looking for like Juan Soto, various numbered refractors, gold, and this is one of the things that I came out with for a pretty good price. So this is the Juan Soto Topps in Technicolor Gold. I think that this card really stands out, but then I think it works really well with that gold refractor as well. I think it plays really well with the Padres colors. So again, really cool card to be able to add to the collection and to be able to put on the store for that matter. Next, going for the color match here, this Bo Bichette in the Topps Chrome Logo Refractor Blue. Looks really nice just with the kind of Toronto Blue Jays colors as well. Bo has not had a great start to the year. I kind of had him pegged as one of the more breakout players this year. So we'll see if he can turn it around. Next, we have a 21 Donruss Optic Ke'Bryan Hayes, rated rookie signature pink velocity out of 75. This came back in a PSA 9. I was hoping in spring training we saw a little bit of power from Ke'Bryan Hayes. I was thinking we might see that more in the regular season. We have not yet seen that. But sad as it is, he has one of the best averages on the Pirates, which is not saying much, unfortunately. Next, in a PSA 9, we have the Topps Chrome Sapphire, kind of home run leaders of Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Yordan Alvarez. Again, one of these league leaders cards, but I think it's really cool because this is focused on the year in which Aaron Judge had 62 home runs. So kind of more of a historic card. I do have another copy on my eBay store that's in a PSA 10. So just a card that I think other people would be interested in. It might not get the attention online, but that's a cool card that a true collector would love to add to their collection. Next, I was on this Topps Chrome Sonic Kick, and it did not work as well with these other two. So we had the Spencer Torkelson in the green, which is numbered out of 99. Came back in a PSA 8. You can see that there's quite a bit of wear here, and a couple of indents. So again, I'm probably not getting anything for this, but you know, certainly not a bad thing to hang on to or put in a cheap slab box. So we have Spencer Torkelson. Jumping back to the Donruss Optic Stars and Stripes. Check out this one of the Kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Again, just gorgeous card. That is a showstopper and a showcase, I believe, for an in-person show. I finally have Bryce Harper in a PSA 10. I think I have graded two others, and I've gotten 9s on both of them. So to finally get this back in a 10 feels great. Again, big Bryce Harper fan, and I think uniform plays well with the flag in the background too. Next, coming back to Topps Chrome Sonic, we have this Fernando Tatis Jr. Youthquake out of 99 in a PSA 9. Next, jumping back into the Donruss Optic Stars and Stripes, we have this Juan Soto in a PSA 9. I have a separate PSA 10 that I have, so to get this in a 9, I don't feel as bad, and I also won't feel as guilty if I hang on to the PSA 9. Next, a card that I've just kind of wanted to encapsulate. I know it wasn't in the best of shape, but we have the Shohei Ohtani in a PSA 7. One of the cool things about this card, as you can see, it's scuffed and beat up like you wouldn't believe. But a cool thing about this card is I got this as an add-on freebie at a card show a number of years ago. I think I got 2 Shoheis like this, and then a Gleyber Torres rookie. And this Shohei was a throw-in, and I got the other 2 cards for like $7. And the other Shohei graded at 10. So doing pretty okay with that deal, that's for sure. So just a couple of cards left. Thanks for sticking with me. But some of these cards are some of my favorites of the collection, or of the submission. I added in a couple of kind of beefy cards that typically don't grade well. But talk about good timing. We have this Reed Detmers from 2022 National Treasures. Material signatures, stars, and stripes out of 25. This graded in a PSA 8. Super beefy. But again, these are cards where you can typically get these National Treasure cards for a pretty good price for baseball because it's unlicensed. But man, do they look sharp. Like, just love the look of that card. I got this card his rookie year, I want to say for 20 bucks. So to be able to encapsulate it and get it in 8, just feel like that's a huge win for a kind of someone who's up there for Cy Young consideration. Granted, the season is still incredibly young. Next, we have this from 2022 Topps Triple Threads. Manny Ramirez autograph out of 27. Again, just super sharp looking card. And really pleased to get this back in the PSA 10. Just, again, what an awesome card to add to the collection. As a big Red Sox fan, definitely one of the favorite cards I was able to add. I think it's on the eBay store, but it's at an astronomical price because I want to hang on to this one forever. I don't want to sell it. Alright, I have about 3 cards left. This one is actually already sold on eBay. This is the Brett Beatty SP Green Speckle. Got this at the most recent card show, I want to say for like $8. Graded for 15, and someone bought it for 85. So, pretty good quick flip. I actually added these cards to the eBay store and put the vacation kind of designation on, so that as soon as I got these cards back in, I could lift the vacation settings so that people could jump on these cards and I could get them packed out right away if there was any interest. So again, cool card. A player who's really come back and has done fairly well. I actually have another green speckle that I got off of eBay for kind of pretty reasonable price. These cards come back pretty clean, so I'm going to submit that one as well. 2 more cards. Next one that we have is for my PC. So this is for Jeremy Pena. 2022 Immaculate, clearly immaculate material signatures red. Jeremy Pena. Really interesting. This autograph that you see here is comparable to his first Bowman Chrome auto. But if you look at his autograph, his rookie year autos changed, and so this is kind of his early signature. He has had a really good start to the year so far. Has hit 2 home runs. Power eluded him quite a bit at the tail end of last year. But his batting average has come up. I think he's hitting around like 340, if I'm not mistaken, with the Astros. So doing fairly well. So last card, and this is a really cool one. So growing up, there was a lot of really cool card designs. And one of my favorites was Upper Deck Sweet Spot. Now, what's tricky with Sweet Spot is that you would find that some of the autographs would fade. So you'd have these baseballs, and there would just be no signature or a huge smudge. So to find an autograph that's still in good shape is really, it's more rare than you'd think. I picked up this Tony Gwynn years ago for $20. Looked incredibly sharp. You're still going to find the edge wear with the thicker cards, and really, if you can get a PSA 8 in some of these cards, you feel like that's a win. Like, that is the equivalent of a 10 in some instances. And that's the case here. Tony Gwynn, of course, can't sign anymore in his current state. But what a cool card to be able to add to the collection. Again, just really feel fortunate to be able to slab this one up. And again, this speaks volumes to the importance of keeping your cards clean. So if you are interested in any of those cards that you saw throughout this video, please feel free to check out my eBay store in the description settings below. Also, please feel free to follow my eBay store. My plan is essentially all I look to sell on my eBay store are slabbed graded PSA cards. You're not going to see raw singles or anything of the sort, but just looking to have an opportunity to look to fund my other passions and collections, and also kind of keep the process of picking up cards, selling, keeping, just a fun way to fuel my hobby and passion and stay connected with the sports I love. So again, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Don't hesitate to reach out to me, and feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section below.